All right, so we're going to continue on in section 2.6, and we're going to graph quadratic functions in intercept form. So far you studied standard form and you studied vertex form, right? And you know that there's different vertexes formulas, right? I mean, the vertex formula for standard form is x is equal to negative b over 2a. Vertex form is convenient because, you know, you can just read it, right? The vertex is just h comma k. And so in the previous lecture, right, we went from standard to vertex form by what? CTS, right? And if you want to go from vertex to standard, and the way you do that is to FOIL, okay? But now what about intercept form? Intercept form is also convenient because it gives you the x-intercepts, x minus p times x minus q. And the way you go from standard to intercept is by factoring, okay? And the way you go from intercept to standard is by foiling, okay? So all three forms are related, and you can transform any quadratic equation into any form depending on, you know, what you are being asked to do. All right, so a little more details on intercept form. Why is it convenient? And first of all, what is P, what is Q? I'm going to get into that in just a second here. P and Q are your x-intercepts. And so if I have a parabola over here, let's say we have a parabola that goes, that's concave up, right? A is positive. P and Q are just my x-intercepts, right? P comma 0, Q comma 0. And P and Q are the x-intercepts. Okay, now what is the actual vertex? What's the vertex, right? That's a very, very important point for something in intercept form. Well, if you think about it, right, if this is the middle, right, this is the middle. Well, if it's the middle right here, right, the x value is just the middle between P and Q, right? Remember, there's symmetry. If this is just the middle, then the vertex right here, right, is just P plus Q divided by 2. That's your midpoint, right? And to get the y value, you plug it back into your function, f of P plus Q over 2. All right, so that's the vertex formula for a function in intercept form. Why? Because this point, this x-coordinate, is just the midpoint between P and Q. So over here, I'm going to write it again. It's P plus Q over 2. And then to get the y value, f of P plus Q over 2. All right, so that is your intercept form. Everything else mean the exact same thing, right? If A is positive, it goes up. If A is less than 0, the graph goes down. And if this A value right here is an integer, you can do a quick rise over run from the